also. And there are a lot of people, I think, in my culture feel and think the same way, that the word terrorism has been abused by the media and some official to the extent that it is becoming a real protection to terrorism itself. Terrorism is an evil condemned by any religion, by any healthy way of thinking. Nobody would accept the evil of terrorism at all. But again, no one would accept that you start blaming the evil for everything that he didn't do. In that way, you are protecting the evil. If you are start accusing terrorism by the bad action that he didn't actually do, you are making two wrong things. Wrong thing number one, that you are making him a hero. You are making terrorists heroes. Wrong thing number two, that you are protecting the wrongdoers actually. And by doing that, you are just doing terrorism. And that is not acceptable. Certainly, what happened in the 11th of September was a coward, bad, unacceptable, evil action. There is no point in killing hundreds or thousands of people, no matter what was the reasons behind that. Not at all. Now, this is our feeling. What is our understanding? Our understanding is simple. How can such thing happen in the airports of the United States of America, in the sky of New York, in the middle of the day? Does that mean that that big, powerful, organized country is actually not, and therefore this culture is just false appearance of something which is really not true? Nobody would accept this. Or it is highly organized, powerful culture to the extent that it can do such an action, but it used its power to stick it to some other body, so it can reach certain evil goals. This is basically our understanding to the matter, to the 11th of September. How do you want us to believe that in a tragedy that have killed 3,000 people and destroyed the World Trade Center and bring it to wreckage, that a passport is actually saved from fire, and that passport is taken as a hard evidence about the doers? How do you want me to understand that an F-16 has shot down the plane that was going to, I think, Pennsylvania, and then within 24 hours this story changed to a hero who was trying to fight with the terrorist and the plane came down? How do you want me to understand that a Jumbo 747 crashed into the Pentagon, yet we know that the Pentagon is actually protected from missiles that can come from away, for example from Russia when it was in the Cold War era, without prior notification? How do you want me to understand that between the two planes that crashed into the World Trade Center there was 15 minutes and there was no response? How do you want me to understand this? Do you want me to, or do you want us to understand it as lax system to that extent? Not acceptable to our mind, I think. Do you want me to understand it as a dirty play? Well, I think there are enough reasons to think it in that way, and I hope that I am not right and I am not wrong. But let me tell you this, that not a single educated man, including me, accept what happened in the 9th of September, and the 11th of September. I mean, in the same time, our understanding does not accept what happened after it. Using the military power to destroy the already non-existing infrastructure in a country, killing women and children, giving support to some known criminals to share in the fighting of the same people in the same country. I am mentioning here what happened in Afghanistan, and I mean by criminals the warlords. I am here not against, and I think a lot of the educated people here are not against the use of the military power against the government of Taliban. This is beside the point. This is not the point of discussion. The point of discussion is the use of the mighty military power against ordinary civilian people. This is not acceptable by any human standard, no matter what are the reasons. Let's assume that you are having a bank robbers who have robbed the central bank and choose to hide in a busy residential area in a city. Would it be acceptable to destroy the whole residential area so you can give those robbers a hard lesson and to regain the money that they have stolen? I think nobody would accept that. These things should come through negotiation. You should not face wrong by another wrong just because you are more powerful or because one is having more strength than the robbers themselves. Because